My name is Chris Johnson. When I started this fucking podcast back in 2016, I didn't fucking listen to podcasts. Or maybe I did like a time or two. But I don't feel like they were this huge fucking thing. Now podcasts fucking everywhere. It seems like every fucking asshole has a goddamn podcast. And podcasts are like fucking punchlines now. It's a good thing I fucking started this 9 years ago. Because like, I might feel like it was douchey to start one now. I might feel like I fucking missed the boat. I'm in the fucking 880s in terms of episodes now. I've been here a long time. My ass is established in the podcast world, regardless of whether or not a lot of people listen to this shit. Which, statistically speaking, they don't. And I'm talking like worldwide. You know, that fucking bald douche, Joe Rogan, like millions of people listen to him. So statistically speaking, he's got a successful podcast. I don't know how the fuck anybody listens to that shit. It's a fucking douchey stoner just rambling about fucking whatever for 3 hours a goddamn show. But, you know, the fucking guy's got an audience. Knows what the fuck he's doing, I guess. So when you compare my audience to that audience, I could not be less significant. However, I've got a dedicated group of assholes that are into this shit. And, you know, enough people going in and out. I see the fucking numbers. Enough people are into my bullshit that keeps me fucking doing it. And if I'm being honest, I enjoy this shit. But the rise of podcast is kind of fucking weird to me. Because I think most of them are the same. Most podcasts have the same fucking format. It's an asshole you might see in the fucking news. It's a C-list fucking celebrity. Maybe it's a fucking former A-list celebrity. And they just fucking interview somebody for a fucking hour. And then they fucking call it a day. I will get fucking shit all the time from like Podbean or like various other fucking podcasting sites. If you fucking have one and you pay to host it, which you have to. Well, technically you don't have to, but I pay to fucking host it. It's fucking easier. But your name must be put on some fucking list, because I get fucking emails all the time from people I've never fucking heard of. They want to fucking monetize my fucking podcast and all that shit. Motherfucker, I'm not doing this for money. I do this because I fucking enjoy it. When the fuck did it start in this society that anytime anybody does fucking anything, it has to be for profit? I fucking hate that shit. I'm not saying don't fucking make money, but like money shouldn't be the sole reason you do fucking hobbies or whatever the fuck. Like if you're talking about like work or your fucking job, yeah, go ahead, fucking make money. I don't give a shit what you do. But like, you shouldn't fucking start a podcast or a fucking band or whatever the fuck with the sole purpose of like, I'm gonna fucking do this and get fucking rich off it. You're doing shit for the wrong fucking reasons if that's your fucking goal. Like my podcast, is it bigger now than it was fucking 9 years ago? Sure. But that might just be because I know more fucking people. I don't know. But it's fucked up to me that like everything's the same. So the same fucking formats. You know what I'm seeing now too? People are like filming their podcasts and it'll just be like two people sitting on a fucking couch. Sometimes they don't even have fucking microphones in front of them. They got like the fucking mics on their shirts and shit. And they're like all fucking curled up with a blanket and a fucking tea. God damn it. Like I don't want to fucking like feel like I'm walking into your fucking living room and listening in on a fucking conversation. I don't want to feel like I'm fucking eavesdropping here. Like I'm so confused looking at all of that. Sometimes they'll call themselves like content creators, which is like super douchey. I'll get fucking emails from like YouTube being like, hey man, attention content creator. Would you like to look at your metrics? No, I don't give a shit about my fucking YouTube metrics. I don't care. I will say this, not to fucking get on my knees and blow myself, but in the fucking podcast world, there is nothing like this. There is nothing like an asshole in his fucking living room just bitching about whatever the fuck for 5 fucking minutes and then going away for 3 or 4 days. Nobody's replicated this shit. I've cornered the market on random, intermittent bursts of anger. I don't need no fucking couch. Well, I mean, I got a fucking couch, but like, I don't need no couch for a fucking podcast. I'm standing up. It's an old voice acting trick. When I used to fucking work with an agent and shit, I'd go to her fucking basement on fucking Mondays with Sully and the crew. That was one of the things. Motherfucker, you're gonna record, stand your fucking ass up. I did that shit in radio too. I fucking stood my ass up when I was doing the sports. I ain't fucking sitting down. Although, when I hosted shows, I sat down. Like, you can do shit when you're sitting down, but a lot of times I like fucking standing up. I'm fucking naturally jittery anyway, so I like to fucking stand and move all over the fucking place. You can sometimes project better if you're fucking standing up. I think anyway. You can breathe a little bit easier. You're not all compressed and shit. But I do find it interesting that, like, of all the fucking new age fucking podcasts that you're fucking seeing now, whether or not there's fucking video versions of it or just audio shit, nobody has thought, aside from me apparently, that fuck, people don't want to listen to fucking an hour or 2 hours worth of shit multiple times a week. You know what they need? They need to get in, scream a little bit, get fucking pissy, and then after 5 minutes, be like, you know what? Fuck it, we're done. I know I've told the story before, but there was a dude I knew. He's like, hey, I listened to your podcast. And I was like, how'd that fucking go? That's basically my response anytime anybody tells me that they listen to my shit. Because I don't walk around being like, hey, have you fucking heard me? And they're like, oh, that's fine. You know, it's 5 minutes. I'll fucking listen to anything for 5 minutes. Exactly. It's like if a movie is supposed to be really good, but it's like 3 hours long. Now, I love long movies, but like, it's a fucking commitment. I know I gotta fucking carve out a whole afternoon if I'm gonna watch that shit. Same thing with long podcasts. Even if it's just an hour's not that much time. A short-ass movie's 90 minutes, an hour's fucking shorter than that. But still, it's a fucking commitment. Chris Johnson's podcast, like Chris Johnson's relationship life, requires no commitment. You don't have to commit to my fucking ass. Motherfucker, you don't even have to like me. You can fucking hate listen to my ass for all I give a shit. So long as I still see those goddamn numbers, I'm still fucking seeing them. And hey, listen, I know I bitched about podcasts and said that they're kind of douchey. You want to fucking start a podcast? Start a fucking podcast. You do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever is going to make you fucking happy. Just don't do the fucking couch shit or any of the lame bullshit anybody else is doing. Figure out what the fuck you want to do and do it. You know what? If you want to bitch for, 6 minutes, 4 minutes, you can. You can't bitch for 5. I got the fucking market cornered on that. I'll be back. Sundays and Wednesdays, as new podcast episodes come out. I'm fucking everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music Podcast, TuneIn, or Podbean, which is the host of the cast. Every fucking episode is there. Twitter, Blue Sky at Johnson Hates You. Instagram at Maybe 5 Minutes. And if you're on the Facebook, you can catch this shit right in my fucking timeline.